name is Dr. Jessie Sanders, owner and chief veterinarian of Aquatic Veterinary Services. Today is a fintervention, where we ask the question, do you really need more fish? Now, in our 10 years of practice, we have come across a considerable variation in fish keepers. Some fish keepers, they have their tank. There's one fish, maybe two, and that's how they like it. They've never even considered adding more fish. And then we have those individuals who cannot stop buying more fish. So I understand this completely. Fish keeping is a very dynamic hobby with everything that's changing and new things that are coming out. Changing out the environment is very tempting. However, it's very important that you ask yourself if getting more fish is in the best interest of the fish that you already have. Just because you have the space too, doesn't mean that you should add more fish. So again, our recommendations for how many gallons per fish is very conservative. For goldfish, you're looking at least 20 to 50 gallons. For, say, a koi, you have at least 250 gallons. But what about all those tropical species? Well, unfortunately, there's really no rule book for how many gallons a neon tetra needs versus an angelfish. Because as I've come to find, some angelfish need a lot of space, and neon tetras, they like to be in a group, so they can obviously share some of the space. So just because you have the space for more fish does not give you the go-ahead to go ahead and add fish. And if you have to say to yourself that I'll get rid of a few fish as they get bigger, this should be a big warning sign that you should not add more fish. This is true for koi especially. So we get it. All koi start out cute and small, but suddenly they're huge and they need a lot more room. Well, if your pond can hold the little guys, that's great. But once they get to this size, what are you going to do? Having all those fish crammed in there is stressful to them, which is going to cause a lot of issues with their overall health, not to mention potentially tank your water quality. So if you are dead set on getting more fish, this is the time where I have to tell you that you better quarantine all new additions for 4 to 6 weeks. This step, which is skipped by most fish owners, should not be optional. In order to protect the health of the fish that you already have, in addition to the fish that you're bringing in, they absolutely have to be quarantined in their own separate system with separate equipment for 4 to 6 weeks. So we've gone over this before. I'll have links into the description as far as what that protocol entails and how to set up a hospital tank. But if you've been listening and anything has kind of made you reconsider adding new fish, this is me giving you permission to stop adding fish. Enjoy the fish that you have. You could always change up their environment with some new decorations. Give them a little treat, such as some new food every once in a while. We just did a YouTube all about fish treats if you want to try something new. But if you've been on the fence about getting new fish, how about you hop right off it and enjoy the fish that you have, and therefore protecting the health of your system overall. So thank you so much for joining us today for our fintervention. Please play this for any friends or family that you may be concerned about. We'll be back next week. We have a whole series on adding new fish to your tank or pond. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope all your fish stay happy and healthy.